Hey people, what's up? It's me, TM Ninja. Usually I do like Funko Pop videos, unboxing, vlogs, and all that type of stuff. But this time I'm doing an anime review. This is about my second one. Usually when I do anime reviews, I tend to do focus on 3 points: how close it is to the manga, art style, and how good the anime was. But I'm doing FOOLY COOLY, Progressive, the new one, and the anime is just starting, so the manga won't come out until the anime finishes, which is good and bad on its own. But for me, first before we even get started into the review, FOOLY COOLY was always a big, like it's in my top 10 animes. It's like one of my favorites. It started anime for me. Besides like Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin, Cowboy Bebop, and all that other stuff, because FOOLY COOLY was really great when it first came out, and I was probably like in 3rd or 4th grade, always staying up late, and when it finally came on the TV, I was like, "What is this?" And so like the news came like last year, they were coming out with like a whole new season, and it finally came. It aired on the 2nd. Today's about the 4th or the 5th, and they have like new characters. Haruko's still in it. Nobody knows what happened to Noda. And just to watch it, it was like, it felt like FOOLY COOLY, but it felt different. There's some new characters, and it was just strange to watch. It was really interesting. It seemed like FOOLY COOLY, but not the FOOLY COOLY that I watched when I was younger. I guess since they try to make it more modern. And it's still 6 episodes just like the original, which is another strange thing. But the episode starts off with Hidomi, who is the main character of this season. And it was weird. She already has like a horn growing out of her head already, and the whole city's destroyed. They got the mechanical buildings chasing after her, and she's decaying. So I guess that's a glimpse into the future. Probably not. And it starts off with her waking up after that. So I guess it was a dream of foreshadowing, like I said. And she goes downstairs, and we meet her mom, who is Hina. Almost sounds like Hanabi a little bit from Naruto, but yeah, Hina. She wakes up, goes sees her mom downstairs, and it seems like she's a character that likes to shut herself out from the world. Almost kind of like Noda, but not really. He had that like carefree, so what, not really caring, not everything is a big deal. She's just trying to shut herself out the world because she doesn't seem like anything of importance to her. And she always wears like the cat ear headphones. And yeah, so she's heading out to school. She's being watched by somebody who's almost like Haruko, is Julia J, who we don't meet till like the middle of the episode, but she's scoping her out. So I guess she's trying to see if she's a good vessel, almost like how Haruko hit Noda in the beginning of the first FOOLY COOLY. So you can see that she's about to be the next target. And there's this kid. So once she goes to the classroom, there's this whole group of kids, almost like how Noda had his 2 friends. This guy, Koida, or Ko Ida, last name Ida, or first name Ko. But yeah, he has his 2 friends, and they're in the classroom talking. And it seems like he could have been the main character, but not really. I don't have a problem with Hidomi being the main character, but yeah, they're bragging about something about the teacher having her over in the middle of the night. Yeah, but after they're all done talking about all that teacher stuff, it seems like Cole, or whatever you want to call him, the secondary character, I guess. He seems like a fake type of ladies man, because they were trying to figure out what was going on between him and the teacher, and it just switches to the weird part with his friend doing some man spurting with a skirt on, nothing but bulge, and the teacher comes in, and there's something like really strange or familiar about the teacher, which is really good, like later on in the episode. But the teacher throws everyone out the classroom and tries to figure out what's going on with Hidomi. And at that part, she like puts on a very, you don't see it, but you can hear it, and it's sounds like a bunch of porn or hentai or whatever it is, and she gets no reactions whatsoever. She's like, this is weird, but whatever, you're dismissed. And she brings in the next student. But then Hidomi goes to Hina's restaurant, which is her mom. And I don't know why, but at first I was getting like the kind of vibe that Hina could be Mamimi for a second, but I'm just gonna throw that out the window and not pay attention to that part. But she goes to the restaurant to help out her mother, and you get some little interactions with other characters here and there, non-important characters. And after that whole scene is over, she's about to like leave to go back home, and her mom is basically saying that she should hire somebody. And at that point is when Julia comes with the whole old school 50s car and floors it and hits Hidomi, almost how like in season 1 Haruko hit Noda with the Vespa, with the scooter, and knocked him out. Same exact thing, but nothing really occurred. No bump or anything. And Julia's like, wow, she survived, she's fine. And her mom doesn't care that much at all. And Julia says, watch out for the Vespa lady. Be on the lookout, and just drives off. And at that point, I think she like goes to sleep or something like that, and like her whole house starts shaking. And I think it's one of the Machina monsters. I'm not sure, but she seems very agile. Like she could like dodge and evade like pretty good and stuff like that. So she tries to avoid being attacked by whatever robot monster that was. And at that point, I honestly got too far in myself. I even forgot to mention that there's this one part where Hina, the mom, she's like, oh, maybe we should like forget about him and not wait for him, anything like that. I don't know who she's referencing to or bringing up, but Hidomi's headphones start like circling and like charging up or so. I don't want to say charging up because I don't know what they're doing, but they're responding to her emotions. And then that's when Julia comes in and hits her with a car. So fast forward to that, it's in the middle of the night, and she's hearing all these strange noises, and she's about to get attacked. And I was saying that she does seem very agile, but as she's running away from the monster, that's when Ko comes in. He's running too. And they end up in some type of junkyard place. And he seems like a coward, but not really, because he tried to protect Hidomi at one point. And yeah, but after Ko trying to protect Hidomi from that whole mechanical robot, and he admits that that's the thing that came out of his head, he protects her by like grabbing the tentacle arm, but it just slams him into the ground and knocks him out cold. She starts freaking out, and she has like a vision of seeing him like already decaying and her flesh falling off, almost like in the opening. And then that's where you see Haruko. She was watching the whole time, like in like a trash pile, like scoping out Ko. I guess since that's her new target, how she had Noda in the beginning, now she has the other guy. And since Julia was watching Hidomi, she came out of nowhere and she took out the like monster in one swing. But before she even came to take out that monster, the hit that Julia gave her earlier, the hit that Julia gave Hidomi earlier with the car, like a giant light just starts beaming out of her head, emitting like huge light. And I guess that was enough to distract the monster, because that's when Julia comes in. What I'm assuming is the bass. I couldn't really tell if it was a guitar, because I know Haruko had a bass in season 1. But she comes right before Haruko could even do anything and knocks the monster straight out. And Julia tells Hidomi that actually suits you, because I know in the beginning she was saying that the headphones doesn't suit her. So she goes to check out in the reflection, and she has like the horn that she had in the opening, and she's just like, what the hell is this? And I think she like has it bandaged up, and then they fast forward to like the next. They don't really fast forward, but they go to the next day, and they're back in the classroom. Ko was at like his whole full class, and the teacher comes in again, and she's rambling on about how you kids are just like just a bunch of nonsense because it's not important. But then he only looks at her phone, and you can see all these words pop up, and it's like Fooly. Oh, but I want to say it looks like she's like in a chat room, and every person starts to type Fooly Coolly, and the teacher rips off her mask, and it was Haruko the whole time. And that's basically how it ends. It wasn't really like a bad start, but there was a lot of hype for something that good to finally come back and to see what kind of take they're going to have on it for like a whole new episode. I know IGN gave it like an 8 out of 10. I think it was a strong 7. I know the next episode, the title of the next episode is going to be Freebie Honey for episode 2. That comes out on the 9th, I think. It's not the 9th, but then episode 3 is like Stone Skipping. So we got the like titles for the next 2 episodes, and after that, there's only gonna be 3 more episodes. And I don't honestly think the episode is that bad. See, I even got like, well, I had the original manga, but I got this. I picked it up like last month, and just a comparison, it feels like Fooly Coolly, but it's just different. I guess because they try to make it modern. But yeah, that was I think that 8 out of 10. IGN was right. It was good. So it's TM Ninja.